time for y'all, boy. You understand? So I just was starting thinking, boy, when I was talking to my long lost brother, you understand, or what's not, he ain't blood related, but he ain't now saw, or what's not, me and him start chopping it up again. So I started thinking about my other brother down here, you understand, how things go down in our relationship. So I remember flipping. This was right after my old man passed away, but you understand, I did lose my job in March. You understand? Right when I lose my job in March, 2 days later, ain't even thinking that I lose my job. You understand? Your boy just tell me stay home. You understand? He would have called me back in a week or two to let me know when I back on the schedule. But that week ended up into 2 weeks, and then it turned into a termination. You understand? For no reason, but you understand? So. And I was a good worker. I was always there on time, never do nothing wrong. You understand? I was not barely even take breaks, but you understand? So I say, well, I'm out of sick. All right then. So 2 days later, my old man passed away. I get a phone call from my sister, dog. As soon as she tell me that, I break down in tears. First time a nigga cry. So I say, boy, the only provider, supporter, you understand, intelligent man that I know just passed away, dog. You understand? Cause I used to talk to him about everything. When I was ever in a crisis, he would always make it rain for me. So, nah, you understand? I breaking down. And then too, I losing my crib and all this other type things. So I end up flipping. I end up flipping, going to a shelter and thing, picking up another job, then picking up two. You understand? So it's like from that point on, you understand? 5 days inside a while, I dip out and just went in the motel and started tugging it out because they was watching. Nigga was moving too much. I ain't want that. You understand? So, nah, wild. But when I was in the shelter, but you understand? I used to be talking to my brother. I was telling him, yeah, a nigga on motion, all type of things. You understand? I know he ain't got nothing going on. So I was like, yeah, I can be able to send you some bread to get some things sorted out. So tell me why flipping. I was talking to a little movie, so I sent him a picture of my little movie. I say, yo, my little movie look like this, boy. I say, yeah, boy, it's a sweet little thing, boy. You understand? So tell me why he gal text. You understand? Text on he account. You understand? He gal text on he account. Say, hold on, don't send my nigga these type of, you understand, bitches or some shit or whatever, so and so. Cause then if you sending him these hoes better take care of him. I say, wait, what you talking about? You calling my gal a hoe? I said, wait, she ain't got no sense, eh? So I spazzled on shorty, you understand? I say, wait, listen, but you the motherfucking hoe, boy, you understand? You in a host with two niggas that you grind. You in a host with two niggas that you grind, boy. You understand? One is my brother and one is your baby daddy that you have 4 babies with, boy. You understand? And you want to tell me my gal is old. You understand? So I flip and tell her, I say, boy, get the fuck out of my chat. But I was talking to my brother, but put my brother back on the line. You understand? So she started cussing out saying, oh, this is not your daddy dead. This is not, or what's not. What's father, dog? I didn't cool. But she, you understand? She started talking about, oh, your daddy dead. No, I'm like, why? You understand? I need to come down there and let you meet him. I say, boy, yeah, dog. I say, boy, I say, man, listen. I say, man, what you talking about? You understand? So I start spazzing. I say, man, listen, not dog, but you understand? I can flip in, you understand? Like, you come through here, but we can blow it out. You understand? Almost not something, because I'm in the shelter, but I say, but you come through here, but we can blow it out. But she said, oh, this not, I know people's down here, all other type vibe, you understand? She finna come through and was not, you understand? Call her hitters on me and all type of shit, but so flipping, I say, man, listen, dog. I say, man, listen, dog. You understand? So flipping, I end up cutting off her and my brother. You understand? I end up cutting off her and my brother off, dog. You understand? So flipping from that point on, I say, dog, I can just tug it on my own. But my brother come through right there in the chat before I turn off my Instagram. He say, oh, this night, niggas don't understand what they been doing for you. And I say, dog, when I first come down, yeah, you the looking for a nigga. But boom, a nigga look right back over for you, bro. I put you on the credit line, nigga. You didn't know how to use your credit, bro. I got you approved for all type of shit, my nigga. And I show you how to pay that shit off. You understand? So I say, man, all right. You understand? It's cool. You understand? So flipping, I say, listen, dog, you my brother, boy. And you know my old man just motherfucking die, nigga. Just dead, boy. You understand? You my brother, boy. And you let your girl say these type of things to me? But you ain't my brother no more, boy. You ain't my brother, boy. You just can't be, but you ain't my brother, but you ain't my brother no more. But you understand? That's just how it gotta be, bro. Like you just let Shorty talk to me in any kind of way about my brother, but like listen, but Dippo. You understand? So flipping, I say, man, listen, dog. I was willing to go there and help you and all type of things, but how you moving and things, but I can't just be with that dog. So you understand, dog? You understand? I can let you handle your wife, live your life how you wanna live, and I can do me. Boom, deactivated my Instagram account. Nah, I say, dog, you understand what's not? I reopen one in a business, you understand? For the real estate and thing, you understand what's not? Why I do YouTube and all that. Like, but I trying to show these niggas a play, dog. I trying to show them how to get this money with the credit, wait, whilst they have a job, you understand? And what's not getting approved for these loans, but you ain't gotta have a job and then flip and try to make money in your business and then try to also get approved. Like, you gotta have a job, do what you doing. And then when you get the paperwork, I can show you how to flex the paperwork. You understand? Only thing is you gotta turn off all of your personal accounts, bro. You gotta close every single account that you got, my nigga. Like anything in your personal, bro, you close that shit. Your credit, you close it. Like you just close it all, bro. And then you just open everything up in business. Like you basically it's like you don't go to the bank and say, oh, you want to terminate your account, but you go to them when you get your business LLC and you say, hey, you want to make a business account with them with the account that you already have your personal with. Then when you open up your business account or what's not, then you close your personal. You understand? With them. You understand? That way you still have an account. You understand? And then it's like your paycheck that's coming from your job. You're gonna give your job a new routing and account number to your business. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna send money into that motherfucker. Now once they send bread into that shit, bro, you understand? Now you making money in your business, my nigga. Think about it, bro. Your 9 to 5 job is your business, bro. You understand? Cause now you serving your time to these employers that's gonna pay you for the service that you provide, my nigga. You understand? So boom, you understand? That shit's great. Now, soon as you have this account for like 2 months, you understand? You have this account, yeah, blase, take care of your plays. You understand? That you gotta get due. But as soon as you get free up to start saving money inside this account, bro, you got like 600 close to 1,000 inside that shit. Wait till you get to that point. You understand? Because I know you gotta take care of equipment, all type of shit. Probably get your drip up, whatever. Do that. You understand? Then once you do that, bro, you understand? Just don't go all out into like a nice crib, all type of shit. Like, you understand? Stay below the line, but still look fly like you above the line. Like, you understand? Get to that point where you get your little drip, this is not your wheels, you understand? What's not hair on point, haircut, you understand? And then boom, pause, you understand? Go back in the hustling mode. Then stock up that bread where you know you got your drip. This is not even if you ain't got a haircut, you got caps, you understand? You still rocking. Then boom, you understand? You go there, bro. That's one paycheck for you, bro, because you would have motion going in from that point. You understand some shit? So once you get a bond coming from one of your checks, bro, you understand? You leave that in the account. The next month, bro, you probably gonna have 2 bonds or more. You understand? I don't know how your play working, but next month when you out of that, bro, they're gonna send you a credit card to your crib, bro. Meanwhile, whilst you spending all this money, they're gonna send you a credit card to your crib, bro, because they know you got money coming in. They might start you over with a 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, all type of shit, bro. You take the first card they send you, apply, sign up, activate the card. Now you just buy a candy or put gas in your car or that shit and you pay it back, my nigga. You understand? Now your business credit going up, bro. You do that to 3, 4 other banks, bro. You gonna be billing good business credit, my nigga. Then you go to credit unions and all that type shit, do the same shit, bro. Then once you get 200K in credit cards, bro, or you max out all of these credit unions and shit like that, bro. You understand? You max them shit out, bro. You understand? You don't really use the credit. Remember, I just said use that for gas or whatever, so and so. But you always make sure you spend what the hell you could pay. You understand? Like, bro, like just like your credit, bro, you can use that shit and be like, I'm only put gas with this card. I never put gas for my cash money, bro. I just use my credit card from your business card, bro. put gas, and then at the end of the month when you get paid, bro, you just pay that shit off. You understand? That's the shit that you would have been burning on gas. You understand? You been would have put gas in your car. You understand? So it's like, bro, you understand? You can make this shit work. Then once you go there and you do that, my nigga, you understand, bro? You're gonna have credit lines all down pat, bro, with all the trade line, my nigga. You just building this shit up regularly how you would do. You understand? If you had a regular social security, nigga, you wouldn't need trade lines because your credit would be good, my nigga. You'd be building good business credit, bro. Now, all you gotta do is just go to school, get your real estate license or what's not. If you're trying to do real estate or whatever business you got, you understand? Get your profession and that, you understand? The credit lines that you got, you can use that shit to pay for your school, my nigga. You understand? To get to know about that trade or the business that you want to do. You understand? And then you play that shit off slowly, my nigga. Like, you understand? Like, bro, it's an easy play, bro. You pay for education, bro, when you make a business, bro, so you can know more about the business and make more in the business, bro. You understand? But it ain't even about the business, bro. It's just about the credit. Like, you understand? So, nah, bro, once you do that, bro, you call the bureaus. You say, man, I want to make these cards merge. You start merging two cars together. Now, one was 2.5, next one was 3 bands. Boom, you got a 5.5, you understand? Card, bro. Do the same shit that the other ones. Now, when you got these card mantra, bro, with the bureaus that you decided to merge the cards with, they're gonna collect it from the next bureau. But once they do that shit, bro, you could go to the other bureau. You understand? They give away your card. Now, once you go there, bro, it's easy money, bro. Once you go there and you do that, my nigga, bro, I was in school learning some shit, bro. You got this credit line, you use all of that money, bro, and you buy a property, my nigga. Once you buy the property, bro, hopefully the property is up to date and all my type shit. But if it's a fixer upper, nigga, you spend half of that bread, fix it up, you understand, with the rest of the credit, and then put people in that, advertise and put people in that shit quick, bro. Niggas gonna go in that shit, bro. Niggas be needing cribs, my nigga, you understand? So, bro, once they paying the rent, bro, and you own the crib or you have half down on the crib, bro, you can use half of that money to pay the mortgage and also help pay back your credit, bro. And you got a job, so your money could dabble inside of it if you need to, bro. But shit gonna work, bro. Once your shit paid off, once your first property is paid off, bro, next time you have a good credit history with doing that, letting the host pay off the motherfucking credit, bro. Or you get the host in full and let these people pay off the credit, bro. Like, you understand? Bro, it can work, my nigga. Once the credits pay off, use the credit again and you get another property, my nigga. Within 10 years, 15 years, you got 10 properties, my nigga. You a millionaire. You a millionaire. You only use the credit. And the whole time you have cash money, bro. So cash money in the trade, you go to school to learn what the hell you gotta do. You already a millionaire off your credit alone, bro. That's not your money, bro. But now it is. You turn it into your money, bro. And then your cash money was so separate, my nigga. That was how much the business was generating once you come out of school from the trade that you know, bro. The business was generating money, so you never needed to use the business money to motherfucking pay for the credit. Like, you understand, bro? This is an easy loop, bro. Real estate can pay the credit. You do your business, my nigga. And I guarantee you, bro, you got money, you live in luxury, my nigga, the whole fucking process, bro. You started shit just like how I told you, bro. You started just like how I told you, my nigga. You straight. You eating from day one. Never stressed. None of that shit, bro. You just took the smart way out. And then it's like, bro, when you got all that money, bro, I got another investment scheme for you to double that shit so that way your family can be set for life. But hey, that's when you get to that point, though, because that shit right there, you invest in shit, bro, you understand? One is stocks. You don't know, stocks is the guaranteed way, but it's the type of stocks that you invest in, bro. You understand? The next one is a whole life insurance, you understand? But it's a certain whole life insurance that you gotta get where it's like when you put money inside of it, bro. You understand? Let's just say you put $1 million inside of it, bro. You're gonna have access to that money while you're living, my nigga. So you, while you alive, and the insurance bureau call you and say, hey man, you could pull out of the money that you have inside your savings for your whole life insurance. You'd be like, what? And guess what? You paying them, bro, your money doubling every year, my nigga. And guess what? They send you a little pension of your money back. And when you borrow against that money, bro, let's just say you got $1 million, $2 million in that shit, bro, and you borrow 500K. Now, once you borrow 500K, my nigga, you wouldn't believe they don't even subtract it until you die. Damn. You trying to tell me I could borrow 500K right now? And they gonna take it out of it when I die, and your insurance is still double, bro. Every year, 8%, 12%, it's still double, my nigga. And then when you die, they take it out. So that means that money grew at full value, bro, the whole time. It grew at full value, my nigga. Crazy, bro. That ain't even your cash money, bro. And whole life insurance is only like $100, my nigga. I'm just saying, you got $1 million, you throw $1 million in a pot, you get access to that shit back. Why you think these rappers be talking about, oh, they got 10 million in whole life insurance, my nigga? That's the insurance I'm telling you about. Like, what the fuck? Bro, they know the scheme, bro. They know the game, bro. I know the game, bro. Ever since I came inside this country, bro, you understand, bro? I observe, I watch YouTube videos, bro. I broke down the city, bro. Everything is an illusion, my nigga. This shit ain't real, bro. Money was never real, bro. It don't exist. It has no value, bro. Why you think America is losing, my nigga? But yet we buying so much shit, even though our money currency is down. What the hell? That's crazy. So you're trying to tell me these other countries' currency value is more than us, but we living like shit never changed, bro. And it's written in Google that American money is shit, bro. This shit is an illusion, man. That's what I'm trying to show you, bro. They built all of this shit to satisfy our greed, bro. To make us want to chase something, to make us want to be. That's why only certain type of people got this, bro. You understand? That's why millions got millions, because they caught on to the scheme for the life. You understand? I died in Broward Hospital, my nigga. When I died in Broward Hospital and I came back, God was speaking to me, bro. God broke down, was sending me visions every night, bro. This shit was scary, my nigga. This shit was crazy, bro. I was like, damn, somebody put voodoo on me, bro. This nigga talking to me, bro, whilst I'm speaking, bro. I felt crazy as fuck. You understand? I was in a mental hospital, so of course I was crazy as fuck. But, bro, I'm trying to show you, bro, when I got out of that shit, bro, and he showed me the whole plan and the layout of the world, bro, I said, damn, I could make money in this shit, cuz. And then from that point on, I said, bro, let me start doing this shit. But then as soon as I start, I went to jail and inside of ATL. You understand? God, people's wasn't fucking with me no more. You understand? Went to the shelter, had no job, pick up a job, got a crib. You understand? Start chilling out. You understand? Lost the crib. Now back to the shelter, pick up 2 jobs. Now I'm like, bro, I gotta make this shit work. Now it's like I'm driven than ever, my nigga. I'm more driven than ever. Like, this shit crazy, bro. That's why it's like, hey, I know how this money play work, bro. I really do, bro. That's why it's like I'm eating right now, bro. I'm eating right now, and I'm patient. I'm waiting, because I know I'm gonna be like Kai Sinat screaming you, bro. You understand? I got 2 jobs right now, but look at it. I'm gonna be like Kai Sinat screaming you, bro. You understand? That's why I'm on a heist to get monetized, bro. You understand? Right now, I just made my channel Friday. Friday, bro. Already at 200 views, my nigga. Like, what? You understand? 200 subscribers, I'm right there, cuz. Like, what the hell? Like, you understand? They be like, bro, niggas going up. And I'm like, bro, I'm posting videos every day. They don't know me, but I'm trying to get myself older, bro. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get monetized. The whole goal is to get monetized. The whole time I'm eating regardless off of this shit if I'm not making money on monetization, bro. I'm eating regardless, bro. Because I got this whole plate outside there that I'm gonna show y'all. Put y'all on. You understand? I like everybody eating, bro. Whole world gonna do this shit, bro. All you gotta do is get an E&I number, my nigga. Hit me up, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do to make this whole plate right, bro. And throw away that Social Security, bro. Like, bro, when I show you this plate, bro, you be like, fuck my Social Security, bro. These niggas try to trap me, bro. Like, what the hell? Be like, bro, yo, I'm supposed to be born with a business E&I number, bro. But like, bro, this is where you actually gonna eat, bro. You understand? Off your regular job money, bro. You getting approved for 100Ks, my nigga. What? Every card, bro. Merge it, double it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Soon as the bureau merged, bro, you understand? You go to the same bureau that let your card get the card limit go to the next bureau, and you reapply for a new card. That limit bigger than ever. Like, what the hell? I ain't even, bro. Get this real estate property, bro. These people that rent your shit, bro, gonna pay that shit off, bro. You understand? And the credit that you got, bro, you can pay for your school, bro, in full. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this shit crazy, bro. I'm like, damn, why I didn't do this shit, bro? But at the end of the day, when you get on this type of hustle, you gotta stay away from friends, bro. Friends and shit like that, like they can get you fucked up. Like when you grinding, bro, you need to focus. I ain't never say like diss them or some shit. Like, yeah, you popple, but don't popple too much. You understand? I have a limit to how much people see you. Let every time they see you, they see something new, my nigga. You understand? They see a growth. You understand? That's some shit. That shows that your play is working. You understand? It's for yourself and for them. You understand? So that's why I say, bro, stay focused on yourself. You understand? You're gonna get there, bro. You're gonna get there, bro. You understand? Like I said, next week Friday, I'm getting my gun. And I'm applying for my LLC. That's 500. My 5 finna be like 400. You understand? That shit $900, cuz. You understand? Right after I got paid rent. You understand? Then right after that, I'm putting back on my dread. That's another 500, cuz. Then I'm finna do something else. You understand? Spike this shit for you, cuz. I'ma turn up for you, cuz. I'ma show y'all niggas that you could turn up. You could turn up, bro, on your own, bro. You gotta get yourself lit, bro. You understand? Get to where you need. Some niggas already halfway at the gate. They just locking the bread. So I'm just telling you, bro, getting that business E&I number, bro, that's for free, my nigga. You get this shit, you hit me up like, yo, cuz, what, like, the card, you understand, the paper just came in. Like, what should I do? I'm gonna be like, yo, cuz, go straight to the bank that you already got an account with and tell their ass, you understand, that you want to open up an account, you understand? But before you do that, right, you understand, go online, apply for a Brads and Dunn account, because that gonna help you look at your credit, all type shit. That's for free, too, cuz, you understand? And then from there on, I'll put you on a couple of them bureaus, you understand? So that way you can watch your credit limit and all that type shit, cuz, going up. Then once you go to that bank and open up an account, cuz, you close your personal the next day. You go to your job, you tell your ass, hey, I want you to transfer my money. Give you the paper, the information, bro. They ain't finna ask you too much question. Boom, they send the bread. Now your business making money. Off rip, my nigga. Business making money off rip. You understand? Shit too easy, bro. Shit too easy, bro. A lot of niggas do this shit, bro. I'm just disappointed that we didn't really get to see that. You understand? Like we didn't really had a chance. You understand? To be taught this way of life. Like we all could have made it this way, bro. We all like this country, this state supposed to be a state that everybody's supposed to thrive in, because it's like this is accessible to all of us, but they take away that knowledge. You understand? And only certain people unlock it, bro. That's why they filthy rich right now. You understand? But nobody willing to pass the sauce, so that's why it's like, bro, I'm finna pass you all the sauce whilst I'm doing it, bro. So as I'm cooking, you eating, bro. You understand? You eating, bro. I'm giving each one of you guys, ladies, a spoon, my nigga. Like, you understand? Everybody getting a piece of the pot. And then too, when I get monetized, you understand? I'm gonna start doing giveaways, my nigga. You understand? Everybody getting a PS5. Every 500 subscribers that I get, I give away a PS5, brand new iPhone 7, the latest iPhone. I'm giving up, cuz, like, you understand? Like, you just tell me what y'all want, PC games, like, you understand? I'm getting that shit, you understand? Get, like, bro, I'm trying to give back to the community, you understand? Because everybody gotta eat, bro. Everybody gotta eat, my nigga, you understand? Not only me, you understand? I don't live with y'all. Y'all can't live with us, like, you understand? So let's be a united family, you see? But I was supposed to be stepping out and everything, you understand, to the beach and stuff like that, you understand, be giving no content to all, you understand, or to all of the folks doing some interviews down there. So fortunately that wasn't the case today. But I ain't gonna start no grind, bro. You understand? I'ma still give you wisdom, you understand? Better than me showing face, I'ma give you wisdom, my nigga. Cause when you see it's time for me to show face, you might not recognize the handsome Lord, you see. Yeah, though, my name King, bro. Recognize, bro. You understand? Within you is a kingdom, my nigga. You have control of that, though. You understand? You're supposed to move in an environment that you can control. Don't let them you don't want them to move. It bringing you unease, fix it. Don't ask nobody else to fix it. Fix it. Stay away from that person. This and that. They don't talk to you good. You don't like the way they talking. Stay away. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be a part of that, bro. You fix them things, you're gonna like yourself more. You're gonna see that you less stressed. You understand? And then it's like you're gonna start being like, dude, what should I do in my free time? Now you either gonna start working or trying to get money. Or doing both. You understand? That's what I'm saying, bro. It's just like a dopamine type of thing too. You understand? Like, bro, when you start thinking positively and doing what's right for you, and you doing what your brain telling you to do, and not doing what you want to do, or what's bad for your brain to do. You understand? Then it's like, bro, you just gonna have a shitty life. You understand? But if you doing what your brain actually wants you to do in order for you to be creative, be active, get motivated, you understand, and see improvement, that's what you need to do, bro. You understand? Like, bro, you gotta make it shake, bro. Shake the world, my nigga. You understand? It's in your hand, bro. And another thing too is like, bro, I started reading the Bible. The Bible actually started putting this stuff inside of my mind. Because when I read the Bible, right, the very first chapter, I don't read the whole Bible now. Because the Bible ain't real. But certain information that they have in the Bible is the key to life. You understand? To the knowledge of life. You understand? So the first section of the Bible before they started like talking about all of that bullshit. You understand? It says when God created the world, you understand? He made heaven and light, darkness and evil. You understand? And when the world was created, it was a forest, garden of Eve. You understand? And within the forest, he made Adam with animals. You understand? Adam could not die. You understand? So he said he made the animals just the way that they are. So you see the animals that we see on this world, how you see they be attacking people, killing people, biting people, doing all that shit. This is how they was in the Garden of Eve, bro. It's the same. You understand? So if they was like that in our Garden of Eve, right? So that means Adam had to be a caveman. You understand? So he was fighting back. You understand? He probably had to be a little strong. You understand? To survive. You understand? A couple of times. But they kill him. You understand? A lot of times because that's just how nature works. But because God created him, he could have been resurrected back and back and back and back and back and back and back again. So Adam started feeling lonely. You understand? So when Adam started feeling lonely, you understand? Adam said, God, I need somebody. So now God made him an opposite gender. You understand? Nah, he didn't know what to do with her because he lacked knowledge. You understand? But he had a friend. You understand? So Eve was like his best friend, bro. So this is how the best friend come around, bro. You understand? So Eve was like his best friend, bro. You understand? So when God created Eve, bro, you understand? She was Adam's friend, bro. They used to run around the jungle, fight the animals, all that type stuff, you understand? If they died together, they would have been resurrected back again, you understand? And then, you understand, like, bro, like, they just was vibing, you understand? But God said, I created a tree of knowledge. You understand? So this would give them the knowledge to be aware, you understand? Of what's actually fucking going on. So he said, do not eat from this tree because if they have knowledge of what's going on and you understand, they catching feelings because the animals eating them and killing them and they being resurrected, it can cause trauma and all type of shit, which how we are now. You understand? With emotion. So we didn't have the emotion of fear. You understand? So basically from that point on, you understand? Eve ended up being persuaded by the devil in the tree, the snake. You understand? Snake said, eat the apple. She ate the apple. So once you see she ate the apple, she began to have knowledge. So, when she began to have knowledge, she started getting horny. She started wanted to do things with her body and understand what it do. You understand some shit? And the devil was right there. You understand? So now the snake turned into a man. The snake persuaded Eve. You catch on? So that means the devil slept with Eve. This is why the whole storyline of the world always have that Eve was in hell. You understand? And Eve name changed to a different type of person. You understand? In hell because now she's the devil's wife because she slept with the devil and the devil is her first lover. You understand? Not Adam. Because she didn't do that with Adam. Not yet. Adam was the second man. You understand? So now, since the devil become her first lover. You understand? Eve decided to bestow the knowledge upon Adam. So Eve persuaded Adam to eat the apple. And then when Adam eat the apple, Adam started to feel dizzy and this and that because he started to become aware. And as Adam started to become aware, Eve slept with Adam. So God made Eve older Adam body. You understand? So that means they was related. So technically that was incest. You understand? So it's so fucking crazy, bro. My bad, no cussing. But from that point on, when God showed up in front of them, God showed up naked. You understand? He made you in his flesh and image. So he showed up naked to Adam and Eve, and Adam and Eve was covered in leaf. You understand? So God said, what's going on? You look like you're afraid, you understand, to be in your body. You understand? So from that point on, you understand, God knew what happened, and God said that they cannot stay in the Garden of Eve because they are aware of what's going on. So that means they know that the animals be killing them and stuff like that, and what's not, and they would have fear every time that they come back alive, you understand, and they would came to resent God. You catch on? So they left the Garden of Eve and then they started multiplying with each other. So technically, everybody in the world is your relative. It's just that the breed spread so far that when we went to different parts of the earth, we changed colors. That's why they said when we met up with our own flesh and blood, they did not recognize us because they spoke another language. You understand? So now they see you as a foreigner. You understand? And this is why now we go by in life and we don't question it anymore because it's like, bro, it's the unspoken truth. You understand? Black, white, Japanese, whatever, we all was one flesh and blood, bro. We came from the same blood. Only because we started doing ancestors, our blood changed, adopted, and you understand, became more. You understand? So that's how all this shit happened. You understand? We went to other places and stuff like that. Was not back in the old days, you understand, and created our own language, you understand. So that's why everybody speak a different language. We don't understand each other and stuff like that. Everybody is related. This is why I said, bro, the Bible do speak some truth, because that was the sin. You understand? For he said, you are still my son. But every child that is born from sin. Because every person, bro, he's a good person. You understand? So when Jesus came to earth, you understand, he miracles and stuff like that, you understand, and what's not, which he was bestowed with the power of God. You understand? So basically, when Jesus came to earth and stuff like that, what's not, you understand, he started roaming and everything, you understand, he went through 40 days, 40 nights, and stuff like that without any food. That's because it's like basically where he was at when he was born, people didn't believe in his power, so he had to prove it to them by enduring different types of culture to show them that he is one of them. You understand? So now it take a turn where one of his disciples snitched on him. Remember, if God built us in his own image and we left the Garden of Eve, at that time we already was in greed, lust, all type of stuff. So basically God sent Jesus to earth. Remember how they said, this is where the story came from, that God, the all-powerful God, had a child that was inside earth. His name was the greatest angel of all. His name was Morning Star. You understand? He had the most beautifulest, elegantest voice and stuff like that. But he wanted to be God, and he wanted to create his own, he wanted us. And that was us. So basically, he heard our prayers and stuff for that. Since God wasn't answering our prayers, he answered our prayers. You understand? It was not. So he fought. So basically, he rebelled against God. And when they say Jesus came to earth, that was the morning star. You understand? The second hand to God. You understand? That God sent away to earth. He banished him, you understand, from heaven. So he ended up falling to earth, you understand? So when he ended up, yeah, so Wi-Fi be freaking out. So we are all sinners, you understand? So basically, When Jesus came to earth, he was morning star in heaven. You understand? He was the angel that rebelled against God, that was banished to earth. Then when he came to earth, he started experiencing and thriving with us. You understand? And was not he adored us. You understand? He wanted us to worship him and not God. You understand? So that's why he preached the wisdom of God, because he was from there. You understand? So basically, the courts didn't like that. You understand? And when the courts know the system back in the day, they knew of the unforbidden truth. So they knew the truth that we all were sinners and stuff like that, and we cannot be saved and everything. So they wanted Jesus to die. You understand? And was not, because they wanted to basically was not so and so do the same thing that they did in the Garden of Eve. When God let them go, basically God basically forsaken them. You understand? So they wanted to forsaken Jesus. You understand? Just like how God forsaken them. You understand? And was not by exiting them outside of the Garden of Evil. So now, basically, was not, you understand, when they went and they put God on the stake, you understand, he got stabbed and stuff like that. Was not basically at that point in time, Jesus could have went back to heaven and be spared from all of that humiliation. You understand? But Jesus stayed to adore it to see if y'all would have a kind heart. You understand? So basically, when y'all see y'all killed him, bro. When they killed him back in the day, bro. Remember that, bro. You see how I feel. If he was built just like us, bro, with blood, skin, and all my type stuff, and he could have cried and stuff like that and feel love and all my type stuff, you don't think that nigga couldn't feel pain? That nigga felt everything that we did to him, bro. Every single thing, he felt it when they stopped him, when they put his hands on the cross and they put the nail in him and there. He felt that shit. He was built just like us, my nigga. You understand? So basically, his wrath, the energy within him, started to create. You understand? It was not the clouds and stuff like that. Was not so and so that was gonna destroy that area. You understand? And was not inside. I think it was Jerusalem, but when you see, he was like, no, he calmed it down, you understand? But he said it was God. But you understand? He said no, you understand? Then he preached it and stuff like that, and then the lightning did not, you understand, destroy that area or destroy the world. You understand? It could have been. But basically was not, Jesus chose to die. He endured all that pain, but when he died, they said that they saw his spirit lift from his body to go to heaven. But yet, he ended up waking up inside of the cave, right? You understand? That's what they said. He ended up coming back to life inside of the cave when they put him in the tomb and they wrapped him in a cloth. So if he came back to life, right, and he was never the same after that, if he came back to life, you never heard anything else after that. After that, they start preaching about the devil more. You understand? Basically, it's telling you that when Jesus died, he turned into the devil because he felt pain, sorrow, abandonment, and stuff like that. It's seeing stuff that God did not want him to see. That's why God forsaken us, because God know that if he was to send his only forgotten son, for whoever shall believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life, it's the devil. You understand? So now a lot of people would disagree and be like, no, that's Jesus, but how would you know? When he died, he felt pain, sorrow, and all my type of stuff, and now the devil is roaming the world. You understand? So now, again, what they say the name of the devil is Lucifer, morning star. What the name of the angel was? Morning star. You understand? Who was the only person that got kicked out of heaven? Morning star. Who came to earth? Jesus. You don't see how the name changed? When he died, Lucifer. We don't call him the same name because when he left heaven, they knew him as a different name. But when he died, he was a symbol, but he turned into a different meaning. You understand? So that's why he has three names. You understand? That's why they say whoever shall believe in him shall not perish, but have ever forgotten life. That's the devil. So when you see we die, they say we go to hell because God give earth to him. You understand? So earth is his power. You understand? Earth is within his reach. That's why killing and all my type of stuff happening, because earth is in his grasp. You understand? So he could grip it. You understand? Or some stuff. That's why he have a hold onto earth. You understand? And this is why when you see we go and we die and stuff like that, we end up in hell, majority of us, and some of us hope that we go into heaven. But if our blood is tainted from since we was born, that means we shall never enter in heaven. But the angels shall not strike us down because one, we are the devil's people. You understand? That's what they classify us as heaven. That's why they say the angels cannot kill us. You understand? But the devil can reach us. You understand? Or some shit. So think about that a lot. You understand? Some people be like good things, bad things. But you gotta remember it's just greed, lust, and stuff like that. You understand? And some people just got good luck. You understand? But we all are built from the same. You understand? We all have access to the same. You understand? It's just you gotta learn and study it. Some people are born with the knowledge, some people are not. Some people have the ability to learn, some people don't. You understand? So that's why it's like, bro, we are all sinners. So yes, we are all building disabilities. This is why everybody's getting ill, and this is why we are trying to find cure to our illness.